So the different political parties include the conservatives, who have an economic focus, and conservative focus. They're big on tax reductions and privatization. The Liberal Party, a mixed state for privatization, but also pushing socioeconomic values. The New Democratic Party is focused on helping the working class, reducing poverty reduction, and growing the economy through immigration. The Green Party is focused on sustainability through protecting the environment and redressing First Nation issues. The People's Party of Canada has a nationalist view. They prioritize economic growth and they have a conservative fiscal policy. The Bloc Québécois is focused on sovereignty and protection of French language and mixed economy of public and private enterprise. So Canada has several official parties that go through a democratic process of electing a leader, and they're registered through the Elections Act, and they have a constitution. So factors that influence voting behavior is political literacy, social location, ideological values, and political rhetoric. Ideological values include someone's social values and what they view to be important as an individual. Social location includes someone's geographical and social identity intersecting. So me as a young Black female living in the Jane and Finch neighborhood might have a view of what is important and use that to determine who I vote for. Political literacy talks about how well informed people are about the political climate. If I do not know much about politics, I might just vote for whoever seems to be the popular one. Political rhetoric includes the messages, the themes, the phrases that different parties use to persuade their audiences and help them to remember what they stand for. So liberal, choose forward; conservative, get ahead; green, not left, not right, forward; and NDP, we are in it for you. So there are two types of voting systems. There is first past the post. First past the post includes a winner takes all method, where the popular MP elected in all the ridings gets to become the main government. However, this can cause a minority government to have a majority powers by having votes that don't represent the seating that they get. So they don't have to have a majority of votes to get a majority of seats. This always happens. This always allows one party to be in power for first past the post because winner takes all. The disadvantages is that smaller parties are not represented. People who did not vote, their voices are not heard. And first past the post does not reflect the greater society. However, because it's one government, decisions made are more unified, they're made quicker, and they help to kind of encourage some sense of stability. Proportional representation means the seats in House of Commons affect the way the seats in House of Commons are reflective of the votes. Smaller parties would be represented. This would eliminate tactical voting and more varieties of issues would be covered in government. The disadvantages include the fact that it would be a coalition government. It would take more deliberating and decision making for decisions to be passed. It would always be a minority government for the most part, considering that smaller parties don't usually get most of the votes. So there would always be a minority